Hi guys, and in this lesson we'll be learning about images. Let's get straight into it. Now this is an image tag, img. An image tag doesn't have a closing tag. Let me just go here, img. It does not have a closing tag. But it has two very important and required attributes, like must-have attributes. Otherwise, it will not work. The first one is the source attribute. SRC standing for source. Now, the source attribute indicates the path to your image. Well, let's say we put in the lion. Okay. So now we have our lion image indicating. I got a lion image right here in the same folder as my index. Okay, so let's open it up with live server. As you can see, we got our lion image here. Now let's go back to VS Code. Now in VS Code, the second attribute that we need is called the alt attribute, which stands for alternative text. Now, if we type in here lion in the Safari, okay, so if we type in there lion in Safari, this is the alternative text to our image. Now, what is this tag useful for? Now let's say we type our lion. Because you type so quickly, you just misplace the I. Now let's save this quickly and see what it looks like in the browser. Let's open up with live server. Now as you can see, we have the text displaying here instead of the image. Now this is very useful. Now let's quickly go back to the browser, to VS Code. Let's pause for a sec to think about this. Why didn't the image show? Because we mistyped it. Now let's say we didn't have the alternative text in there. So let's remove that quickly and see what that looks like in the browser. Let's open with live server again. Now, as you can see, you probably have seen this in your lifetime. Browsing the internet, you will see like some images will display this broken image in Firefox. I'm using Firefox at the moment. Some browsers show this. But the alternative text, instead of this broken image, it will actually display the text of that image. Now, it's very, very useful, because sometimes your user of your website or application might have a slow connection, or you just have a problem with your browser, probably because of an update or whatever the reason might be. But it's also useful for screen readers. Now screen readers will display this image and read out actually this image to the user that is using your image. So let's go back to VS Code. So the screen reader will actually read out lion in the Safari to the screen reader user. Okay, so if the image is there, it will display, but if it's not there, or for whatever technical reason, it will display out the alternative text. In screen reader example, the alternative text will be displayed or read out to the user. Okay. All right. The next thing that we can do with images, we can actually use them as links. Now, we got our anchor tag. right here, and between the anchor tag, let's put our image. Now we're gonna link this to a Google. So let's put our Google PNG image there. As you can see, I've got my Google image right there, and we're gonna put the Google logo. Now, for us, we want to link it to with the attribute to our anchor tag to google.com, and we want our target tags for our, as we learned in the previous lesson, the target blank, which indicates that we want to open it in a new window. But for now, let's just comment our image for our lion out quickly so that we can only see the Google image. So let's open this quickly up in the live server. Now, as you can see, we got our Google image right here. And if you hover your mouse over it, you will see indicating that it is clickable. So let's click on it. Voila! It brings us to our Google search page. How cool is that? So let's open our VS Code again. So you can use images instead of text that we normally put here between the two. So let's put text. We normally would have done this, but instead of that, we will put our image in there to be able to be clickable. And we have our attribute for our anchor tag, the href attribute, indicating the path or the direction to where if we click the image to where it must go. The target attribute indicating the blank, meaning we want it to open a new blank window. All right. So, and then the next thing is that we have our image tag, which have two very important attributes: the source attribute to the path to our image, and the alternative text attribute, standing for ALT, indicating the text or the description of our image. All right, that brings us to an end of this video or this lesson. In the next video, we will be discussing HTML5 semantics. And if you like this video, please give it a like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.